Jessie J, the powerhouse vocalist behind anthems like Price Tag and Domino, has always worn her heart on her sleeve, turning personal tempests into chart-topping triumphs. At 37, the British singer-songwriter has evolved from X Factor hopeful to global icon, her career a tapestry of resilience woven through PCOS diagnoses, vocal cord surgeries, and now, a breast cancer battle that stripped her bare but rebuilt her stronger. In a candid interview with ABC News, Jessie laid bare a fear that haunts many survivors, the ever-present possibility that her cancer could return. Diagnosed in June with early-stage breast cancer, she underwent a mastectomy followed by reconstructive surgery, a whirlwind of scalpels, scars, and soul-searching that tested the very foundations of her spirit. "I've been really lucky, super lucky to find it so early," she reflected, her voice steady yet laced with the weight of what-ifs. "It wasn't invasive, thank God. I know there's a chance it could come back, but until then we're living life." These words aren't platitudes, they're a manifesto for defiance, a refusal to let statistics eclipse joy. The road to this poised acceptance was paved with terror. Jessie's diagnosis came like a thief in the night, shattering the idyll of her life with partner Danny Simpson and their young son, Skye, born via IVF after years of fertility struggles. A routine mammogram, prompted by a nagging intuition despite her youth, unveiled the unwelcome intruder, a lump that demanded swift action. The mastectomy, a single-side removal preserving some natural tissue, was both salvation and sacrifice, erasing the threat but etching permanent reminders on her body. Reconstructive surgery followed, a delicate dance of implants and grafts to restore contour, but Jessie emphasizes the emotional reconstruction. Therapy sessions unpacking grief, meditation apps guiding her through panic attacks, and songwriting as catharsis, scribbling lyrics in hospital gowns about fragility and fire. Super lucky isn't understatement. Early detection via self-advocacy saved her, a lesson she now preaches to fans scrolling her Instagram for vulnerability amid glamour. Yet, the specter of recurrence looms, a statistical shadow in breast cancer's aftermath. Oncologists cite a 10 to 20% risk for her profile, hormone-positive, non-invasive, but numbers blur in the face of lived dread. Jessie confronts it head-on, channeling anxiety into advocacy. Partnering with cancer charities for screening drives, sharing post-op selfies with #NoShameInMyGame captions, and vowing to normalize conversations that once whispered in shadows. Her music, ever her lifeline, morphs too, upcoming tracks whisper of rebirth, melodies laced with the grit of survival. But beyond the public facade lies the private agony, most acutely captured in the moment she shattered the news to her mother, the first call in a cascade of heartbreaks. "I remember calling my mum first and I said, 'Well, I can't die because I have Skye,'" Jessie recounted, the words hanging heavy with maternal ferocity. This wasn't melodrama, it was primal, a mother's vow forged in the crucible of diagnosis. Her mum, Beverly, a pillar of quiet strength from Jessie's Essex upbringing, embodies the unyielding love that shaped the star. Raised in a terraced house alive with karaoke nights and dreams of stadiums, Jessie credits Beverly for her fearlessness, pushing her to busk on Brighton Pier at 10, enrolling her in dance classes that honed her stage presence. The call, placed from a sterile clinic waiting room, bridged worlds, the invincible pop force and the scared daughter. Beverly's response? A flood of tears, then resolve, "You're going to beat this, my girl. For you, for Skye, for all of us." That exchange, raw and unscripted, became Jessie's anchor, replayed in sleepless nights as chemo loomed, though spared in her case, and mirrors reflected a changed silhouette. Skye, her 2-year-old miracle, amplifies every stakes. Conceived after grueling IVF cycles, hormone injections, egg retrievals, the emotional roulette of embryo transfers. His arrival in 2023 was a beacon. Blonde curls and mischievous grins, Skye's the spark that ignited Jessie's "I can't die" decree. Motherhood redefined her. Trading tour buses for bedtime stories, weaving vulnerability into lullabies about brave hearts. Post-surgery she adapted with humor, balancing on one boob during playtime, joking about lopsided cuddles. But privately the fear gnaws. What if recurrence steals these moments? Bathtime giggles, finger-painted masterpieces, his first mama, echoing in their cozy London home. Jessie's co-parenting with Danny, a former Manchester City footballer whose steadiness grounds her whirlwind, fortifies this front. They tag-team school runs and doctor's appointments, their bond deepened by shared vigilance. Danny's gentle massages easing surgical aches, his pep talks echoing Beverly's. Jessie's journey isn't solitary, it's a chorus of support. Friends like Ariana Grande, a sweetener-era confidant, sent care packages of ginger teas and affirming notes. Her team, from managers plotting comeback tours to stylists redesigning wardrobes for asymmetry, rallies with fierce loyalty. And the fans? Oh, the fans? Their DMs a deluge of survivor stories, turning isolation into community. She's leveraged this, launching a foundation for young women's health equity, funding mobile mammograms in underserved areas, her platform amplifying the underserved. Yet, the chance it could come back isn't abstract. Its annual scans cold gel on skin, blood draws tallying markers, the wait for results stretching like eternity. Jessie copes through ritual. Sunrise yoga flows sinking breath with gratitude, journaling prompts dissecting dread. What if it's back? Answered with, then I fight again, wiser, wilder. Reflecting on the mum call, Jessie unpacks its layers. Not just fear but fierce purpose. Well, I can't die because I have Skye, was a declaration of legacy, a thread connecting her survival to his future, teaching him resilience by living it, vulnerability by voicing it. Beverly, now a doting grandma spoiling Skye with storybooks and scones, mirrors this. Her own health scares, a hip replacement last year, pale against her daughter's trial, yet she shows up, baking recovery casseroles, holding space for tears. This matriarchal line, Jessie, Beverly, perhaps even her own mum's echoes, forms a fortress where living life means savoring seaside walks, impromptu duets in the kitchen, Skye's tiny hand in hers.